Welcome back to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're joining me today because we're tackling a subject that is literally going to completely change how you look at that device strapped to your wrist right now. We all use fitness trackers, right? They're supposed to keep us motivated, log our miles, track our heart rates, and let us share those hard-earned personal bests with our friends. But the source material we're unpacking today reveals a terrifying reality. In the wrong hands, that innocent workout data isn't just a metric, it's a roadmap.
So, who is really following your fitness journey? Okay, let's dive into this. We lace up our shoes, we hit start workout, and we feel pretty good about our healthy habits. But as we're going to see from 3 incredibly disturbing true horror stories we've pulled from our sources, the people following your fitness journey might not just be your friends giving you kudos on a virtual leaderboard. Sometimes the person tracking your stats is a lot closer and a whole lot more dangerous than you could ever imagine. And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict we're exploring today. On one hand, we expect these apps to give us motivation, build community, and keep an eye on our health. But the chilling reality? They can also provide a literal turn-by-turn roadmap for predators and stalkers. It's like the innocent utility of these apps is being completely weaponized against the exact people they were designed to help. Let's start our cautionary countdown with story number 3, live segments. So what are live segments? It's a fitness app feature that shows you other people running the same route in real time. Now, our first case study centers around a self-proclaimed night owl who is training for half marathon in a quiet, wooded New Jersey suburb. Because of their crazy schedule, they typically ran around 1 or 2 a.m., taking advantage of what they described as a long stretch of nothing on those empty, pitch-dark roads. They were using a popular fitness app equipped with this live segments feature. The whole point of this tech is purely for friendly virtual competition, right? It's just to push you to run a little bit faster. It was absolutely never meant to be a tracking device for strangers. Now watch how this sequence actually unfolded. Picture this, it's a Tuesday night, 2 a.m., and they're 3 miles into a 6-mile wooded loop. Suddenly, the runner's watch buzzes. A nearby user has joined the segment. At first, the runner rationalizes it, a glitch maybe, or some other crazy neighbor. But then the watch buzzes again. When the runner speeds up, the nearby user speeds up. When the runner slows down to catch their breath, the nearby user slows down too. Finally, the runner stops completely near a speed limit sign to check their phone, and the app's map updates, showing the other user's icon sitting directly on top of theirs. The runner looks back. Sitting about 50 yards behind them is an old silver car with its headlights completely turned off, just idling in the dark. Pure fear hits them like a ton of bricks. They don't even wait. They bolt off the paved road, running through the brush like a demon was chasing them, and hide behind a massive boulder. From that hiding spot, they watch the cars slowly roll past. At the wheel is a bald man with a, and this is a direct quote, disturbing wide-open stare, looking intensely into the woods. After a tense moment, he just floors it. Our runner deleted the app the absolute second they got home and never ran at night again. Moving on to story number 2, the heat map. A heat map is basically an aggregated data visualization showing the most popular and frequently traveled trails in a given area. Now, this second story involves an anonymous woman going for an afternoon hike in a local canyon. She was using a fitness tracker that relies heavily on this heat map feature to find new routes, so she chose a brand new path highlighted on the map. But as she walked deeper into the trail, passing under this thick canopy of trees that made the path unusually dark, she just couldn't shake this super creepy feeling that someone was staring right at her. Watch how quickly this situation escalates. She's standing completely still in the dark, silent canyon, just trying to spot whoever is watching her. First, her fitness watch starts acting totally erratic. Her heart rate monitor inexplicably spikes to 140 beats per minute, even though she's completely resting. Seconds later, the voice assistant on her watch activates entirely on its own. It doesn't ask how it can help, though. Instead, it flatly reads out her exact current GPS coordinates, followed immediately by her full, real name. And here is the visceral horror of what happens next. Standing frozen in the silence, she hears a loud, rasping noise coming from the trees right beside her. And then, from the shadows, a deep, muffled man's voice whispers 3 terrifying words. "I found you." She didn't hesitate for a second. She hightailed it out of there, sprinting all the way back to the safety of the main trailhead where other hikers were. So, how on earth did this happen? Well, when she finally got home and checked her app's security settings, the terrifying truth came out. Her profile status had been set to public for months without her even realizing it. A predator had been quietly monitoring her daily habits, using her public heat map data to calculate exactly when and precisely where
she would be completely isolated on that trail. And that brings us to the terrifying climax of our explainer. Story number 1, live tracking. Consider the story of Derek. He worked the graveyard shift, the 3 a.m. night shift, completely alone at a massive 24-hour gym facility. Inside, he's just doing his job, He's doing stock work, cleaning the equipment, and checking his fitness tracker to see if he's hitting his daily step goals during his shift. It seems totally innocent. But outside, a literal nightmare is unfolding. Derek gets a friend request on his fitness app from a random string of numbers. The profile picture? It's a blurry photo of the gym's front entrance, clearly just taken from the outside. A chill runs right up Derek's spine. He checks the security monitors and sees a man standing outside in a faded jacket, hands stuffed in his pockets, staring directly into the camera with a completely blank expression. Derek immediately locks those front doors. But just a few minutes later, his phone vibrates with a direct message through the fitness app. The message reads, "You've reached 8,000 steps tonight. Why are you hiding in the back office now?" Absolute panic sets in. Derek realizes that he had accidentally left his app's live track feature enabled. This guy wasn't just guessing where Derek was. He was literally watching a digital dot move exactly where Derek moved, inside the locked, empty building. The situation goes from a digital threat to a physical breach in a matter of seconds. Derek watches the monitor as the man begins fiddling with the door handle and then starts violently ramming into it. Derek calls the cops and sprints to hide in the employee bathroom. He hears the sound of glass shattering as the stalker breaks a window to get inside. Derek is hiding in a stall, his feet elevated so they can't be seen from the floor. But the man walks right into the bathroom. As Derek holds his breath, he sees a single eye peering directly through the crack of the stall door, actively hunting him. Fortunately, the police arrived within minutes. They apprehended the intruder hiding in a storage den. The grim conclusion? The man they arrested was a registered sex offender, and he was armed with a sharp metal tool. Investigations showed he had been obsessively stalking Derek's public fitness profile for weeks, learning his exact shift patterns and movements. Unsurprisingly, Derek quit his job the very next day and completely abandoned any live features on his devices forever. Section 4. Check your digital footprint. Okay, let's take a collective breath here. These are extreme, horrific, true stories. Yes, but they are entirely rooted in the everyday technology sitting on our phones and our wrists right this very second. The whole purpose of this explainer isn't just to scare you, it's to empower you. So here are the exact, actionable takeaways derived directly from our source material that you can implement right now. Bullet 1. Disable live segments during your solo workouts, especially at night or in isolated areas. Bullet 2. Dig into your app's security settings and switch your profile visibility from public to private. Really, don't let your heat map data become someone else's itinerary. And bullet 3, fundamentally double check that your live track broadcasting is turned off unless you are actively sharing it with a trusted emergency contact. Who is following your stats right now? The technology we use to improve our lives absolutely shouldn't be the same technology that puts us in danger. So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought, and I really want you to think about it before your next workout. Who is following your stats right now? Take 5 minutes today, check your app settings, and make sure your digital footprint belongs to you and only you. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer, and hey, stay safe out there.